Have you ever wondered if a married woman is attracted to you? Maybe she laughs at all your jokes, touches your arm when you're talking, or seems to linger around you longer than she needs to. It can be confusing to decipher these signals, especially if you're not sure what to look for. Today, we're going to explore the 10 most common signs that a married woman is attracted to you. By the end of this video, you'll be able to recognize these subtle cues and know what they mean. She finds ways to spend time with you. A married woman who is attracted to you will actively seek out opportunities to spend time with you. She may find excuses to work together, run errands together, or grab lunch together. She may even invite you to social events or outings that her husband won't be attending. She asks about your love life and talks about sex. This is one of the biggest signs out there. Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? You should have one. I'm sure she'd be a lucky girl. It's an even bigger sign if she talks about sex. If she tells you lurid stories about her exes, or shares gossip about mutual friends cheating, or complains about her husband, you know she has it bad for you. Sign 3, she smiles, flirts, and laughs at the silliest things you say and do. She has a wildly positive reaction to your funny mannerisms and bad jokes. She slaps your shoulder and no one else's. It's like you're the funniest guy in the world and she always wants to be around you. She makes excuses to chat and spend time with you. If you work together, she's at your cubicle or workstation a lot. When you're at the water cooler, so is she. Even when you're not at work, she texts, calls, and sends little forwarded messages on social media. If she recently invited you on a one-on-one date with her, then you know she's interested. And if you are too, then you need to move fast. She compliments you a lot, and with a different tone of voice. It's like she's your biggest fan. And on top of all the fuss she makes over you, she does it with a different tone from her usual. It might be higher than usual or lower. It's just different and there's no denying it. It's one of a woman's tells, signs of attraction she can't hide even if she tried. She lies to her husband about you. This one's the biggest sign of all. You're in a cafe with her. Her phone rings and it's her husband. He asks where she is and she says, "I'm at work." Why? Or when he asks her who she's with, she tells him, "I'm on my own," or she gives the names of female friends or co-workers. If she lies to her husband about you, it means she doesn't want him to know about you. And yes, that's a clear sign she intends to cheat on him with you. She gets jealous when you talk about your dates. If a married woman gets jealous when you talk about your dates or your love life, it's a sign that she's attracted to you and wants you to herself. She may make comments about your dates being boring or unattractive, or she may try to change the subject when you talk about your love life. She remembers small details about you. If a married woman is attracted to you, she will pay attention to the details of your life. She may remember your favorite color, your favorite food, or your birthday. She may also recall stories you've told her about your past or your dreams for the future. She confides in you about her personal problems. If a married woman shares personal problems with you that she wouldn't normally share with someone else, it's a sign that she trusts you and values your opinion. She may confide in you about her marriage, her family, or her work. She makes physical contact with you. A married woman who is attracted to you may make physical contact with you more than usual. She may touch your arm, brush against you, or play with your hair. She may also hug you longer than necessary, or give you lingering goodbyes. Remember, these are just a few of the most common signs that a married woman is attracted to you. If you notice several of these signs, it's a good indication that she's interested in you. However, it's important to proceed with caution, as pursuing a relationship with a married woman can be complicated and messy. That's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you guys in the next video.